Steam Next Fest, February 2026. Time for the first Next Fest of 2026, starting off strong with some demos for games that I was already interested in that are coming out this year. Let's start with Zero Parades for Dead Spies. From the publishers of Disco Elysium, it's Zero Parades for Dead Spies. You play as a spy who's failed her last mission, but is being brought back to prove herself again. It looks like in the full release you'll be able to customize her skills. Unfortunately, in the demo you can choose between being charismatic, being analytical, or being kind of athletic. It's a very similar gameplay to Disco Elysium. Your inner voices talk to you as you investigate areas and you roll dice to pass skill checks. And just like in Disco, sometimes it's best not to save scum, because even failures can lead to more interesting results. If you get too many debuffs like anxiety or delirium, then you have to fix it by lowering one of your stats, which is unique and new, and I thought was very interesting. You get anxiety and fatigue and delirium based on your choices. They give you kind of no warning about that though, so this is your warning from me that can happen. I made my character a little too anxious and I had to debuff her a little bit to calm her down. I know the main worry people have for all the Disco Elysium likes that are going to be coming out soon is if the writing is going to be as good. While it's not the original team, it is following the aesthetics really closely. I'm going to be that guy and tell you that you have to play it for yourself to decide if the writing matches your personal expectations. I can tell that the team really tried hard, and I personally do not have a bone to pick with this one based on the demo section that I played. You can be a silly little spy or a straight shooter. I messed up the role once. I messed up a role once, and now my spy believes that this is all an illusion, like you're in the Matrix, so like a little bit of a mess, if you will. I enjoyed the demo, and we'll be playing the main version when it releases. Hopefully it will be fully voiced by then. There were a couple sections where the characters were not voiced, and then all of a sudden they were voiced, so here's hoping that's like a fully voiced thing, because I know in the special edition of Disco Elysium they are fully voiced, but they weren't fully voiced on release, so here's hoping that's actually fully voiced when it launches. Love the name though. Very No Truce for the Furies. Yeah, Zero Parades for Dead Spies. It's a great name. Next on the list is Mama's Sleepin' Angels. Probably one of the creepiest demos I played this Next Fest. Mama's Sleeping Angels is a dream exploration type game where you and up to 4 friends can wander around a Y2K nightmarescape. The demo was only the tutorial, but I am intrigued, albeit a little disturbed. The fingers on the side of the screen that are slowly inching closer to my face the more I collect items, and having to decapitate myself to solve puzzles is unique. I'm excited to see how combat works and to see how the wild enemies this team comes up with, because there's no combat in this trailer. It's mostly just solving puzzles. Trailer, demo, that's what I meant to say. There's no enemies in this demo. It was just a tutorial. I love the flip phone, love the aesthetic. I think it'll be a fun LSD / backroom simulator to play with friends. I'm excited to see what happens. Next up is Moomintroll Winter's Warmth. From the creators of Snufkin Melody of Moomin Valley comes another retelling of a classic Moomin tale. This time it's going off of the Moomin Land Midwinter book. You play as Moomintroll in this one as he braves the winter to save the spring. The demo was the inciting incident, and I had a lot of fun with the horror elements in it. Instead of instruments, Moomin has tools like matches that slowly go out, and gloves so that he can throw snowballs to solve puzzles so that his hands don't get cold. He is a summer creature after all. Similar gameplay to Snufkin Melody of Moomin Valley. I know I'm going to play this game at release because I played their previous Moomin games and I am obsessed with Moomin. And I greatly look forward to seeing Hyper Games' version of Moomin Land Midwinter. I don't think it's in Midwinter. I think it's just Moomin Land Midwinter. I'll have to double check that. Next, Bobo Bay. I already talked about Bobo Bay once before, the first time that they had a demo. It's a virtual pet simulator game similar to the Chow Gardens from Sonic Adventure. You raise these little creatures called Bobos that you find in the woods, and you enter them in competitions for money. With that money, they added community projects you can now fund, other than buying them little outfits or more, like food, I guess, more stat booster food. You know how in Sonic Adventure where you had to go out and you collected these little animals and then you'd give them to the chows, and then they'd get like the skills that the animals had. Like if you got them a bird, they get better flight. Well, then you can go to the supermarket in this game and buy them little fruits that'll up their stats, kind of like that. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm putting down? You get what I'm going for? So yeah, you get money by entering competitions. You can now fund community projects. You can buy property and pay for your little Bobos to go to camp so they can up their stats in different ways. I sent mine to camp to learn how to play like an instrument. I don't know if that's going to come up at any point in time, but those are all new things I noticed in the bigger and better town area. It's way bigger than before. On top of that, there's new shops and there's like little Bobos running around town. They added a jet ski. You can rent a jet ski and take it out for a ride and collect loot on small beaches. I especially like the new flip phone, another flip phone game. It lets you change your outfit whenever you want, read letters that you may have sold, and check up on your little guides. You can call them and they'll follow you around. You can take pictures. Nice touch. It has a whole new opening cutscene. There's new characters to talk to. The sagas are now playable. So instead of just having your Bobo enter one competition, it can now enter like a series of competitions at once if you're really confident in its abilities. I'm excited for the full release of the game, although I am unsure based on the demo if it's going to be ready by Q2 of this year, but who knows? It may surprise me. And that is it. So I appreciate you listening to me talk about the demos that I play for these Next Fest all the time. I'm really excited for all of these games. All of these, I'm pretty sure, are slated to launch this year, so fingers crossed that they do and they are good, and I will talk about them later on savvygaming.net, and I will see you for the next Fest and maybe for other videos down the road. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, goodbye. I love you.